Hello and welcome to one of the mini training sessions designed to support AC assessors in their accreditation process. Today we're going to be looking at how to complete the AC Accreditation Assessment Outcome Form, probably the most important piece of documentation that you will have to complete as an assessor. So by the end of this session you will be able to understand the purpose of the outcome form, know how to structure the feedback on the outcome form, understand the need for specific feedback, and know exactly how to complete the form to the desired AC assessor standard. For the purpose of this particular training session, we will be assessing a Level 3 application, that of an AC accredited professional executive coach. First of all, any good assessor needs to gather together the documents you will need to do a successful assessment of an application. So you need to look at the AC Accreditation Assessment Outcome Form, a blank version, and I'll be taking you through that shortly. You need to look at the worked example to remind yourself of how you actually complete an AC Accreditation Assessment Outcome Form. You need to look at your current working document, which is that of the AC Evidence Feedback Form, where you've noted all the comments, good, bad or indifferent, that you've made as you've assessed the application. And finally, you will need to have your notes from your review call that you've had with your fellow AC assessors, where you've actually come to a mutual decision of what level will actually be applied to this particular application. So let's go through each of the forms in turn. So let's have a look at the blank version of the assessment outcome form. So as you can see, this records the details of the information that will be fed back via the AC accreditation VA to the applicant. So it's really important that we consider a number of things as we're doing this. So one is the fact that we need to look at the areas that are actually covered by the accreditation assessment outcome form. We need to be mindful of the fact of the way in which we give that feedback, and above all, it needs to be feedback that the applicant can actually do something about. So the outcome form is broken down into 4 areas. So first of all, we have the strengths, so what was really good about the application. Then there's an area for general developmental feedback, so some of the things that you and your cohort of assessors feel that the applicant would actually be well advised to actually look at in terms of their own continued professional development. Then there's the outcome itself. Is it a pass, a refer or a fail? And finally, what are the options or the next steps that this applicant needs to take after their application has been reviewed and assessed by the cohort of assessors? So if we take each of the things in turn from the worked example, and again this is a Level 3 professional executive coach that we're looking at. So the first element you can see are all about the strengths. Now it's really important that we consider how these strengths apply to the competencies that are being assessed on the evidence feedback form. The language that we use is crucial here. Remember, someone is going to be on the receiving end of this feedback, and we need to be mindful of the fact of how that might be taken on board. We want to come from a place of this is for their continuous professional development. It's not about critiquing them. It's really important the language you use is in the second person, so it should always start with you. So you show, you have, you did. The second element on the outcome form is the general developmental feedback. So it's things like, there was insufficient demonstration of good evidence of boundaries, of ethical boundaries.